We're so excited that you're ready to learn more about managing troop finances. In this video, you will learn more about financial best practices specific to Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania, such as how to open a bank account, purchasing guidelines, financial planning, and transparency in reporting. All of the resources and forms referenced in this video can be found on our website at gswpa.org. If you are a volunteer with a different Girl Scout council, please check with your support team for guidance specific to your location. Helping girls decide what they want to do and guiding them as they earn and manage money to pursue their goals is an essential part of the Girl Scout leadership experience. With your guidance, your Girl Scout troop plans and finances its own activities while the girls learn many valuable skills that will serve them throughout their lives. There are many ways that girls can learn how to financially plan for their experiences, picking up some important skills along the way. How does this happen? First, girls learn about setting goals. What do they want to experience this year, and what will it take financially to make it happen? Girls also learn to create a budget. They can estimate the cost of supplies, admission to events, travel, and so on. In addition, girls determine how much the troop needs to earn to cover their expenses, and then brainstorm and plan their money-earning activities. Let's start with some guidance on your troop bank account. This account will be used to deposit money collected for troop dues, which are optional, revenue from product sales, and additional money earning. You will also use this account to pay for troop supplies and activities. To open a bank account, you must have at least 2 approved volunteers to act as authorized signers on the account. Please note that a volunteer in the role of helping hands may not be a signer on the account or manage finances. When selecting a financial institution, look for one that offers a nonprofit organization account, which is different than a small business account. Your troop account must be a no-fee checking account. Your account is open and maintained in the name of Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania and must be opened with GSWPA's tax ID number shown here. The account name should be Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania, followed by your troop number, using the address of the troop leader or volunteer who will be managing the account. Your bank may request an official letter from GSWPA to open a new bank account. We have that covered. To request this letter, submit the Troop or Service Unit bank account form on our website after reading the detailed guidelines for opening and managing a bank account. After completing the form, a GSWPA staff member will reach out to you with a letter to submit to your bank. After opening this new bank account, you must submit a bank account information and ACH authorization form along with a voided check to GSWPA's Finance Department in our Pittsburgh office. The address is right on the form. Just a few more guidelines about your bank account. 1 debit card per troop is permitted. You will need to decide which account signer will hold the debit card, as only that volunteer is permitted to use the card. Your troop debit card may be used for point-of-sale purchases, reservations, or online purchases as needed. The debit card may not be used to withdraw cash from an ATM or for cash back on purchases. With proper setup and management of the troop account, fees should not be incurred by the troop. Fees, such as those for insufficient funds, are the personal responsibility of the troop leader and/or troop volunteer who is managing the troop account. Now that you know how to set up your account, let's look at the ways your troop can fund the fun. Girl Scout troops are funded by money earned through council-sponsored product programs. These include MagNut in the fall and cookies in the winter and spring. Funds may also come from any dues your troop may collect and council-approved group money-earning activities. If the girls have made some big plans to take a trip, go camping, or go on some other great adventure, additional money may be needed to fund their fun. A great way to do this is by participating in the MagNut and Cookie programs. The MagNut and Cookie programs are the primary money-earning activities for a troop. You or whomever is managing product sales for your troop, will learn all about these fantastic programs in a separate training when the time is right. Magnut training is held in September, and cookie training is held in December. Keep in mind that profit earned from product programs will need to be reported separately on your end-of-year troop finance report. You'll hear more about financial reporting later in this training. One way to fund your troop's experiences is by collecting troop dues. Many troops decide to collect troop dues to provide funds for troop activities and supplies. It's up to each troop to decide what works best for them to support the activities they want to do. When setting troop dues, consideration should be given to the family's financial capabilities. Use this example for basic calculation of troop dues. In Step 1, estimate the cost for your troop meetings. In Step 2, estimate the total cost for earned awards, such as badges, pins, and journeys. In Step 3, total both estimates and then divide that number by the number of girls in your troop. That number will be your troop dues amount. Keep in mind that by participating in Magnut and the cookie programs, your troop will earn additional money that will offset these dues in whole or in part. Once your troop is established, troop dues may not be needed, as product sales proceeds are often enough to fund the fun. The amount and schedule of troop dues that you and the other volunteers in your troop decide upon should be communicated to parents at the beginning of the year. You should also report regularly to them about the state of the troop's finances. It should be noted that finances shouldn't stand in the way of a girl's participation in Girl Scouts. GSWPA is committed to helping all girls participate in Girl Scouting regardless of their family's income. Parents or guardians can request financial assistance for girls when joining or renewing by selecting Request Aid on the payment screen during member registration. GSWPA staff will email the application for the parent or guardian to complete. Financial assistance may also be requested for uniform components, council-sponsored programs, and camps. Financial assistance is not available for troop dues. Financial assistance is awarded based on the income guidelines of the National School Lunch Program. It is also subject to availability of funds within GSWPA's operating budget. Further guidelines and instructions are indicated on the request form at gswpa.org. If a troop participates in both Magnut and cookie programs but falls short of their financial revenue goals, they may decide to plan an additional money-earning activity. Please note that daisies may only earn money through the Magnut and cookie programs. Money-earning activities are meant to be girl-led learning opportunities, and girls should have a part of the entire process, from initial planning through evaluation. Just a few examples of additional money-earning activities include gift wrapping, programs for younger girls, car washes, babysitting, and seasonal festivals. Please keep these additional guidelines in mind. Girl Scouts are not permitted to solicit money on behalf of another organization. This includes participating in activities in order to raise money, such as walkathons, challenges, and phone solicitations. Steer clear of political fundraisers. When in official Girl Scout capacity or in any way identifying yourselves as Girl Scouts, your troop may not participate directly or indirectly in any political campaign, letter writing, or circulation of a petition. Avoid selling or endorsing commercial products or any products sold at retail. Since 1939, girls and volunteers have not been permitted to endorse, provide testimonial for, or sell such products. This includes items such as candy bars and direct sale parties. Games of chance, including bingo, raffles, auctions, and 50-50s, are strictly prohibited. More guidelines are located on the additional money earning request form at gswpa.org. Girl Scout funds are girl earned and girl spent. How the funds are used is a decision made by the entire troop, not just the leaders, parents, or a few select girls from the troop. It is also important to know that the troop funds belong to the entire troop and cannot be earmarked for individual girl use. Funds can be used to pay for items for girls. These include badges and patches, journey and guidebooks, uniform components, celebrations and ceremonies, take action projects, field trips, and so much more. Let the girls come up with some ideas and then have the troop vote on how they will use their funds. Here are just a few guidelines for successful financial management. First, deposit incoming funds promptly. These include product program payments, dues, and any income from additional money earning activities. Next, keep receipts for all purchases and expenditures. These will be accounted for in your annual finance report. Remember, troop funds are only to be used for Girl Scout related activities, which are based on girl-led decisions. Reimbursements for troop purchases will be covered later in this training. Then, reconcile your checking account regularly, which will help to avoid errors in your accounting. And finally, provide regular financial updates to parents and guardians. This will strengthen your parents' awareness of what is happening in the troop, as well as help avoid conflicts relating to financial management of the troop. Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania is a nonprofit organization. As such, our troops should be utilizing a sales tax exempt form whenever a purchase is made that may incur sales tax. We have these forms for Pennsylvania and many other states. They are located on the forms section of our website. Most businesses will ask for a copy of the form, and some may ask for you to submit further paperwork for a tax exempt card to use at future visits. Once in a while, you may find that you or someone else in the troop may pay for something out of pocket for the troop. Be sure that person uses the tax-exempt form. Reimbursement checks for allowable troop expenses must be written and signed by someone other than the payee. This means if you are the one that needs to be reimbursed, the other signer on the account must sign the reimbursement check. To be reimbursed, a receipt and explanation of items must be provided before a check can be written. Remember, troops may not reimburse for taxes, bank or merchant fees, or overdraft fees. In accepting monetary donations, Girl Scout troops must follow a few guidelines to be in compliance with the policies and procedures of Girl Scouts of the USA and the IRS. Troops or groups may not solicit cash gifts, cash donations, or grants of any monetary value. If an unsolicited gift is received by a troop or group that is more than $250, the check must be made payable to Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania and forwarded to the corporate office for processing. What does this mean for your troop? GSWPA, as required by the IRS, will send a tax substantiation letter to any donor whose gift is $250 or more. The troop who received the gift will receive a check in the amount that was donated, less a $25 administrative fee. Please refer to the Donations to Troop Procedures in Volunteer Essentials for more details. Girl Scout volunteers are responsible for overseeing troop funds with honesty, integrity, transparency, and thorough record keeping. You should practice sound financial management of troop funds to actively show girls how to manage resources, set goals, and make budgets. So what tools exist to help you maintain accurate records? You have several options available, such as a checkbook register, an accounting software program such as QuickBooks, or a spreadsheet, such as the one provided on the GSWPA Forms website and shown as a sample on the screen. If an audit of your account must be conducted, GSWPA staff will need to see this transactional detail along with your receipts. We highly recommend utilizing the income and expenses categories in the worksheet, as these are the categories that will be reported in your year-end finance report. As a volunteer managing a bank account, you will be required to submit an annual finance report at the end of the year, due by May 31st. You have two options for submission of your annual finance report. You may utilize the reporting feature on the Finance tab in the Volunteer Toolkit, or use a fillable finance reporting form that can be found at gswpa.org. In the first option, you will log into your Volunteer Toolkit from the GSWPA homepage, click on the Finance tab, and follow the prompts on the screen to enter the data needed to summarize your troop financial information. If you would like further instructions on how to use this reporting feature, contact us at customercare@gswpa.org. The second option for reporting is by utilizing a two-page fillable form located on the GSWPA website. Directions on how to submit this reporting form, as well as what to include with the report, is located on the form itself. No matter which option you choose, there are two things you should know about completing your report. First, you will not be required to submit your receipts, but be sure to keep them organized and close at hand in case there are any questions about an expense or deposit. Second, any expenses incurred after your report is submitted, such as a summer field trip, will be included on the following year's annual finance report. Thank you so much for viewing the Managing Finances video, and more importantly, stepping up to lead and support girls as they discover, connect, and take action. You should now understand the basics of Girl Scout troop finances, including the guidelines for opening a bank account, budgeting for expenses, how to fund the fun, reporting, financial best practices, and so much more. As the financial steward for the girls' money, you have taken on a critical role. We thank you for your time and dedication to the girls in your troop and to Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania. Now that you've finished this video, please complete a short knowledge check to let us know you've watched this video, and to submit any other finance-related questions you may have. The link is located below and is also available on our volunteer resources page at gswpa.org.